changing mentalities from my family's acceptance of it to finding gear to training to even something as simple as finding a visa. Everything was difficult. My view is that it's slowly changing, especially in the last few years.
Yeah.
There's been massive changes and massive improvements in the sector, but growing up, I personally didn't have the luxury of being able to do sports publicly. But now it's changing. Now we become more and more accepted as athletes, and culturally and socially, it's become more and more prevalent when you have females that are sporty and athletic. Classically, that was the mentality, that was the belief, that if you are athletic and if you are sporty, then you are not feminine. And my existence proves that fallacy. Me being an athlete and being who I am, if you see me in the street, you'll never imagine that I'm a high altitude Nazi climber. We don't reinvent the mentality. We prove that the mentality is false. You don't have to reinvent something that already exists. Female athletes that are feminine and are strong and powerful already exists. We don't have to reinvent what has already been invented. First of all, you have to educate the society and culture that being an athlete is not just about trophies and medals and finish lines and World Cups. Being athletic, being sporty is a way of life. It's being a healthy mother, and then being a healthy woman, and then later a healthy mother, then a healthy grandmother. It gives you an opportunity to live a healthy life. It's not just about winning. So a lot of people think that being healthy, being sporty is just something for boys. But if you have a body, you have the right to take care of it. I advise them to be brave enough to have a voice, to be brave enough to voice what they want, and not. You will be criticized. You will be. How can I say this? They're going to expect you to fit the mold, but you should never let anybody dictate your life and what you can and cannot do. It goes down to being if you are brave enough or not. It's a simple task. If you are brave enough to ask for it, there's no such thing as easy paths for things that matter. Whatever makes them passionate, whatever makes them happy, it doesn't matter. We have slowly begun to realize that there's no such thing as male or female gender roles. Slowly, you're starting to realize that it's not really about gender as much as your capabilities. You know what I say when someone says that? I say thank you. I don't see it as an insult when someone says you act like a girl or you run like a girl or whatever like a girl. I say thank you. And then when a man says, I've actually had this happen, when a man tells another man, you fight like a girl, I say, please don't insult us. We don't fight that bad like him. Like you can use it as power. Use whatever criticism you get, whatever negativity you get, use as power. Don't let anybody tear you down. Take whatever they give to you as armor. I think this whole gender thing started off years ago, decades ago. You are surrounded by mentalities that have stemmed from years and years of oppression. I think eons ago, men were so infatuated with women's beauty and capabilities and powers that they wanted to protect them. And this protection slowly started to change and evolve into protecting beyond freedom. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It evolved until it became to oppression, suppressing and oppressing. I believe every woman is an empowered woman. You exist. It gives you power. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Every single woman that came behind me, and every single woman that I had to stand on her shoulders to be who I am. My mother, my sister, every single woman in history that ever suffered inspired. I have international role models that I aspire to and see and admire, and there are role models that are the unknowns. The average person that lives an extraordinary life inspires me. It's okay to fail. There's no shame in failing. You need to start somewhere. You need to be brave enough to take that step and fall. You need to accept the fact that you might get a few scars here and there, and it's okay. A lot of people don't even move because they're afraid of that. They have this fear of failure, and that's one of the biggest points in everyone's life is that I'm too afraid to try. And there's no shame in failing. There's only shame in giving up and not doing something new. And no one that reached anywhere has ever had it easy. Every single person in history has failed at some point in time. And you fail because it means you're trying something different. Things that are given are not things that are historic. You know. You're the reason why I do this. Really, you're the reason why I push myself to go beyond. You are exactly why I do this. Really, exactly why I push myself to speak and to go to events and to prove that we are capable of doing whatever we want.